Hey everyone. Yep, it's dark out. We're gonna put brakes on this on my helix, and I figured I'd film it so you guys can see it. We're gonna just basically go over basically go over taking the muffler off and the wheel off. I've got videos on that on YouTube, so we're not gonna touch really much on that. What we're going to mainly do is the brake shoes. So let me show you what you're going to loosen on the muffler to get it off, and then I will take the muffler off and we'll go at the rear wheel and go from there. So down in here you got your muffler clamp bolt right there. I've sprayed it down with WD-40 lubricant. And down here you've got a bolt right there, got a bolt up there, bolt right there, and the shock has to come off, that bolt too, and then there's a bolt down here at the bottom. So that's what's up with taking the muffler off. You just slide it off carefully so you don't damage the exhaust gasket up there, because then it'll backfire when you decelerate. So let me get that whipped off and we'll go from there. And you have to take this panel off too, this plastic panel right here. Screw in there, screw up there, and 2 screws back here. Takes that panel off right there. Forgot to mention that earlier, so there we have it, folks. Okay, when you're pulling this panel off right here, up front of the panel, there's a little rubber nipple in there. In the back has these that go into notches in there. That takes that piece off right there. So now you can see quite a bit up in there. Yep, I have my shock duct taped for vibration purposes. Alright, so now we can get to quite a bit of stuff under there. So I'll proceed taking the muffler off here, and we'll go from there. Stand by. Oh. Alright, extension. Oh, I got it good and tight, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, that one. This one. Okay, I already got the front 2 loose, as you can see. The front one's a little longer than the back one's. Oop, that bottom one ain't all the way out. Get this one all the way out. Okay, then up here, you want to be careful when you slide that down that you're being ever so careful. Slide it down so you don't mess that gasket right there up. Okay, muffler's off. So I usually use my 1/2 inch impact on this part. Get this nut off. Mine is a 24 millimeter. I think I've seen them a 22 millimeter also, but boom. Okay, there's a spacer. Okay, washer. And there's a spacer in there. See the spacer? Shiny part goes in. Shiny part in. So stack these down on the floor over there. Okay, then this thing always gives me trouble. And I usually always end up taking the, at least loosening the top nut for the shock. I have put a screwdriver under it and pried it up enough to get it over and out of the way. I've done different things, but usually I just loosen the top bolt. Okay, this time I just got under it with a screwdriver and pried it over out of the way. So slide this deal off. This comes off. Now, this is important right here. There's another spacer in here. Okay. Big side in. Small side out. Big side in. Small side out. You can also, this tripod I got stuck, sorry. Also put it on the swing arm like that. Okay, now wrestling this wheel off. Sometimes they come right off. Sometimes I struggle. I've changed tires on this thing so many times, and it goes either way. Just coming off these splines sometimes are gotta put some more lube on that. We're about to pop off here. Golly, come on, girl. Oh. Come on, girl. There we go. Okay, then once again, sometimes I have problems with the shock. Alright, yeah. There's another trick too, you can let some air out of it. Sometimes you can just get the tire in the right spot. just pop right out. I'm not having that luck tonight. Oh. Alright. Tires off. And now you see what the whole video is about. Is these brake shoes right here. I'm gonna replace them. Got 36,000 miles on it, and they don't look worn out, but they go way down in the pedal and they're starting to stick. So I got new brake shoes and springs. Alright. So, later in this video, you're going to see me make a mistake on where I put the spring that I'm about to show you where it doesn't go. Well, during the editing part, golly, can't even see me. Okay, so during the editing part, I realized that I had a spring fall out, and when I went to go back together, happy 4th of July, when I went to go back together, I put the spring in the wrong place. I didn't even know where it had fallen out from. So I'm going to put this in the middle of the video, so later on in the video, when you see me put the spring in the wrong place, just disregard it, because that is not where the spring goes. Another reason, doing it late at night, and I'm trying to hurry, and I'm also filming. I'm kind of glad I filmed it, because I wouldn't have seen it fall out otherwise. So let's fix this dilemma, and then we'll get back to the video that you were watching. Alright, so dumbass me put the spring here when it in fact goes up in here. This rubber stopper is also on the end of the spring, which luckily I found it in my driveway. So, let's take this off. Hope I can back this up enough to get this spring out. Oh, yes, I can. Alright, so that spring doesn't go on that. Goes up in here. But this rubber block goes in there also. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you a shot of where it goes, actually. I'm going to try, though. Okay. So, you see the hole in there? Right in there. That's where I gotta put the spring. So, let's see what happens. I give this a go. Alright, rubber deal goes on the end of the spring. Goes up in that hole. Wow, this is gonna be a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna put the rubber deal. And it doesn't stay up there. So then you have to set your spring in there. work it to this button. There's a little pin right there. And that's how it works. That's how it works, I guess. Wow. It doesn't seem like the spring should be curved like that. Like it's not going in all the way. Yeah, that shouldn't buck around like that, I don't think. Maybe that rubber part didn't. I found it in the driveway. Let's look at the wife's brake. Let's see if we see. Oh, let's see over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it goes, I guess. Alright, so let's try to get this rod in here without the spring falling out. Oh, see, now it's falling out of there. Okay, got it. No. Oh, Jesus Christmas. Alright, so that is how it goes. Not on here. So don't be a dumbass like me when you put it back together. Alright. So this concludes this supplement. Watch where shit falls off. And it's a good idea to have a piece of cardboard or something underneath your bike, so whatever falls off, you know it fell off your bike and it's not just something in your driveway. So, alright, keep watching. So you're gonna want to loosen this all the way up. If this rod's spinning, then you're gonna have to hold it with a pair of pliers on this end. Mine's pretty lubricated. Some of them get rusty. Loosen it all the way up. Alright, we're all loose there. By loosening that, this becomes flat and your shoes are all the way in. Okay, so now it's just a matter of grabbing the shoes and taking them off. These springs aren't extremely hard to do. So there you have it. There's your brake shoes off. At this point, it would be a real good idea to take this all the way off. Okay. And then you can pull this thing out. This thing out. Okay. Then I do believe it just slides out. And let's see here. Let's see if we can just slide this out. Nope, that must be a keeper or something on it. If you want to pull this pin out and lube it, you have to take this bolt off and slide it out of there. But you want to make sure that you're in the same grooves that you were at before, so you clock it right. So you want to scratch it or something, put a paint mark on it or something before you pull it off. So I have a Dremel tool here. Oh, I don't know where I can get a mark at. Right here, probably. Now it's marked. Second, I'll get you some light here. This tripod I got sucks. Right there is a mark, so I can line that back up when I get it back together. Oh, let's pick you up so you can see what I'm talking about, maybe. Right there's the mark. Okay, see it? Now I'll take this bolt off, slide this rod out. So we want to lube that, keep it from sticking. So, simply pull this tin out here. Okay. And that could be a little tricky. You're gonna have to probably get behind there with a screwdriver. See how it's sliding off? Okay. That slid off there. It's working at the dark. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's a hot darn day though. And then we're gonna, oh yeah, she's sliding off. And then move the other part over here. Slide a little bit. Move a little bit over here. Okay, that fell off. Alright, so look how rusty, crusty that is. That needs lubricant, people. That is nasty. Okay, so I took this over to the, some light here. Okay, took it over to the wire wheeled it. Upon further inspection, there is a dot on it, and it's got a keyway. See how that tooth is bigger? So when I'm putting this together, I'm really trying to get you some light here in the friggin' pitch black dark. There is the notch right there. Right there at the bottom. And we put the notch at the bottom. Well, maybe here. Yep. And then it slides together. So there is a special way that it has to go in there. So, all right, let's get this thing back together. I'm done messing around here. Now I got this thing clocked wrong. Okay. Let's grease it up and get this thing done. It's getting late. Getting late. It's almost 10 o'clock. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Alright, so you see we're greasing her up. Alright, we're gonna put a little grease in the hole. Okay. Slide that back in. Keep twisting. Oh, that thing is freezing. Nice and free. Okay. No sticking now. Went to Honda. They ordered me these brake shoes. There's the number. DB brake shoe. And I also ordered springs. 2 springs for the brake shoes. Alright, let's open these bad boys up and see if they're gonna be right or not. Oh wow, they came with springs. Okay, these are the springs it came with. These are factory springs. So I'm using Honda springs. Okay, so let's match up what we got. Look to be the same diameter around. All right, these springs are just, I don't know if the spring width is, no, spring width is the same width. So I bought factory springs. I'm putting Honda springs in it. It's just a no-brainer. To me, anyway. I don't know about you guys, but I got a Honda. If I'm driving a Honda, I'm putting a Honda part in it if I can afford it. Sometimes you can't afford it. Alright. Okay, it's gonna be tricky to get that one in there. Come on. Okay. Springs are in there. Okay. There you have it. Alright, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see or not see, but now we got to try to figure out in the dark how to get this arm lined back up with this rod. So, let's frickin' see here how I'm gonna do this. I ain't got my damn glasses with me. Stand by. Alright, glasses are on. So you gotta pull it out a little bit to get it started in there. Keep spinning until goes. What a pain in the ass. Alright, so once you see there's a little divot right there. A little divot right there and a little divot right there. Once you finally find it, it goes right in there. But that's the notch you're looking for. There's a dot right there and a dot right there. Once you locate those two, you're in. Oh yeah, that's good and freed up. Okay, so now got to find the bolt that I probably just rolled this rug over. Moving this rug, oh there it is. Alright, and now we put this bolt back in here. And it's all the way in. And the bolt holds it on there too. Alright, so we tighten this back. You don't have to go crazy with it, but there you go. It's tight. Okay. Then we can put this thing back in here like so. Spin it around. Spin this around. Get in the friggin' hole. Oh my god. Why is it such a difficult task? Okay. And then I want to start this nut on here. But first, yeah, grease it. Grease it. Okay. Now, start this damn nut on here. Okay. Okay, it started. That's all the way back. Okay, now, oh, golly. Gosh darn it. We're getting there, folks. Okay, so our pin's lubricated. We got that all lubricated. We're gonna put a little bit right there, and a little bit right there, and a little bit on this little nipple up here. And then, of course, do that so that we can get the... Okay, then you're gonna simply open the brake shoes up, stick them on there. Oh, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Pry them apart, put them on, pry them apart, put them on. Okay. Yeah, that's behind there. Okay, so then you want to check, make sure you're behind this washer right here, and behind this tab, and these two tabs. Okay? Okay, that's how brake shoes work, my friends. Ark! Ark! Okay. We want that back all the way because we don't want it to be, if it's like this, then you're not going to get your wheel on. All the way back, people. Make sure it's all the way back. If you have to, You may have to take this nut right off. But I think we're good to go. Put the wheel back on, do it in reverse operation, and you'll be good to go. Oh, don't forget that spring goes on there. Dang it. Alright, let me put this. There should be a washer too, I think. Something to hold the, I guess that rubber. Oh, come on. Oh, what the hell. Alright, so I gotta go on the other side and see where my... There should really be a washer. Alright, I gotta find some stuff. I think you get the gist of it. That's how you do brakes on your Honda Helix. Alright, back to Midnight Mechanicking. So, my tire got a staple in it, and I had to put a plug in it, so I'm taking my wife's tire until I can get mine ordered. So going back together with the brakes, new brakes in there. Let's see how easy this, or how difficult this wheel. See, they just slide right on, but taking them off is a bitch. I don't know why the difference, but alright, everything spins free. Okay, so remember our remember our spacers. Got this spacer, okay, big side towards the wheel, big side towards the wheel. We got our bracket here, goes on. Now if you can, now just push it on after. Okay, we got that on. Now we need a spacer, shiny part in, remember? Shiny part in. Wiggle it a little bit so it seats in there. Washer. Lock nut. Alright, this is how I do mine. There's a torque spec you can follow and torque it and all that. Okay, that's tight. That's it. We're good to go. Slide your muffler. Well, get this on first, because these are sometimes a bitch. Sometimes a bitch. Sometimes. You really need to. There we go. Alright. You want to slide your muffler on there, and this tripod is about to make me angry. Okay. Slide it up. Be careful when you put it on there. Make sure you can feel it just sliding up on there. Boom. I put my longer bolts in over here. You're gonna have to move the bracket behind it also. Make sure you take and put every bolt in by finger tight. No, Jesus Christmas. Golly. I hate working after dark. It's late. But I had stuff to do today. And it got to over 100 degrees, so you know how that goes. Alright, so put your bolts in. So I can still wiggle everything to get the bolt started. That one started. Oh yeah, this is so fun. So fun, guys. I love filming. Oh, just want you to know, everybody, filming takes me twice as long to do a project. But I do it so you guys can get knowledge and keep your helix running. So I need a comment or something. I know the lighting ain't just right. It's just not right. I'm struggling here, people, with the light. Alright, so pick it up on this side. Get this top bolt started. Okay, then you're gonna get your bottom bolt. Down here started. Alright, all bolts are started. So now we can take our ratchet. You want to start with the shock. This rubber mounted and it'll wiggle around. Okay, so at this point I like to pick up a little bit on the muffler. Make sure it's picked up. And no, I don't use a gun for this stuff because I don't want to strip anything. These front two are going into aluminum, so you definitely don't want to get crazy with those. They have to be tight. Tight. Shock's tight. This one's tight. That one's tight. This bottom one. Yamashita. What the hell? Alright, that's tight. Read this. It says Yamashita. Like they're shitting on Yamaha or something. Can you read it? Let's make sure you can read it. Yamashita. Y-M-A Shita. That's what I get from it. Yamashita. So fuck you. Yamaha maybe. I don't know. That's crazy. Alright. Alright, we're up in here. The clamp. The clamp bolt. And you don't want to cram this one too tight either. Tight enough, but not too tight to crush that gasket a whole bunch. Because if you keep crushing the gasket, it won't work. Alright. Everything's on there. Except for this plastic piece. I would hope to heck that you can get that plastic piece on by yourself. I really do. Okay. Tires on, brakes are on, now I'm going to have to adjust them. I'm going to stand by. I'm going to tighten this thing up and feel my brake pedal. If you haven't done the bypass on the double brake pedal that I have a video of, you need to do that. I've got a video that will show you that you can start your bike with the front brake or just barely touching the back brake. You need to watch that video. You need to do that. Sorry folks, stand by. I can start my bike with either the front brake or just barely tapping the foot brake, and my bike will start. So that is a video that you need to watch. Look it up, how to start my helix with front brake, I think it's called. Watch it. But if you still have the double step brake start, then you don't want to put the brakes too tight so that you can't get the start out of it. Get what I'm saying? If you adjust the rear brakes too tight, then you're not going to get that amount of throw to get it to start. That could be a problem. The other problem is you don't want to get it too tight if you're going to use the parking brake, because you're going to be able to mash it down far enough to get the e-brake lever to come out. If you get it too tight, then it's going to stick and not going to release, and you're going to be sitting in a parking lot somewhere just totally pissed off trying to get that back adjuster nut loose so that you can release the brake pedal. So it's a fine line. I also have a video on here how to adjust your rear brake. So if you have a double step start situation on the brake pedal, watch that video. It shows you exactly how to set it up so that you can get enough travel for the start, but not too much travel. So, well, there you have it. It's darker than shit out here. It's late. It's 10:30, almost 11 o'clock. I'm beat. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so it says so right up there. Just subscribe to it. Subscribe to me. Tell all your friends. Even if they don't have helixes, tell them to watch me. I need some views. I need some comments, people. Give me some comments and some likes. Seriously slacking on the likes there, people. Alright. I'll see you when I see you. Keep your helix going.